Yo, yo, we in the building. Yep, in effect. QE Radio, DJ Willy Krys podcast with Sauce the Boss. Yo,
You
Sauce, you
already
there?
know it. You know it. What's up there, man?
Not much. Chilling. Yo, good to have you back on the show, bro.
Hey, man, I'm glad you brought me back. Got a lot going on. And I hear you got some things going on, too, man. Making some big progress with the QE clothing line and your brand. So, congratulations to you on that, brother.
Thank you. Just pushing forward, yo. Pushing forward. You only live once.
Right on.
So my thing is, you just gotta do everything before you leave this earth. You know what they say about some people in some graveyards, right?
Right.
You know, a bunch of undone dreams.
Facts, man.
So
Excuse the noise, man. I got some work being done to the building, so excuse the noise, but it's all good. We're gonna get through this podcast and
yeah,
make it do what it do, let the people know.
So yo, it's 2025. Last time we had you on QE Radio, it was 2024. Let me ask you this much though. What have you been working on in 2025?
Oh man. Let me tell you, bro, when I came into 2025, I didn't expect to be doing all that I'm doing now, but a movie dropping May the 10th. And then we got another movie I'm working on called Astro Kush. Then, we got these Rap for the Culture that we're doing, that we're going to be doing that May the 10th as well. So that brought upon, the movie brought rap to the culture, the life. And just grinding, brother. Got some other stuff too, man. Artist boot camp. We're working on that. All this is for the artists and for the independent businesses to establish them a platform to be upon, streaming, acting, music, So all this has been developed to help, those that don't have a way or have a platform to be on,
Yeah.
Man, you talked a lot about this too, and a lot of it is digital, but it's like hand in hand, getting out there, talking to the people in the public, exchanging ideas, exchanging, materials and things like that,
Definitely.
just having a good feel with people, and building a trust and building a network. So, like you in New York, I'm in Tampa, but we use some of the devices so that we can still stay connected and that we can still, build our net worth, So,
Facts.
and I don't often get to speak on this stuff because a lot of times before all this stuff came about, I felt like people didn't understand me, so it was kind of difficult to explain or get people to, see where I was coming from, and not that I was trying to be a smart tailor, like I knew everything. It was just something that was handed to me, and I didn't even really realize what I had. A lot of other people would see it, and some people that wouldn't, but and sometimes it be yourself too, because you're like, man, I don't want to think that I'm all that. And not that I thought that, it's just that I've been so blessed to be able to visualize and see things. And sometimes it's hard to really visualize what you have because, it's your journey, it's your time, and sometimes it's hard. But when things that you've seen years ago start to happen, develop, and see things, start to go in that direction, then you're like, man, not that you lost out, you just got more experience on it, so that way you know how to flow with things, and you're not so anxious to jump on everything. You kind of sit back and kind of direct it, be the conductor, of your dream, of your passion. And I think that's what God has done for me, be able to understand it even more. Because, sometimes we can get tricked into things and we think we're going the right direction. And, the enemy is using that drive and that passion to basically work for him. So, and seeing what's going on with Diddy and all these other people and things like that, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not here to say that he's guilty or anything like that, because we know that the system lies a lot and lied to black folks throughout the centuries, when it comes to our history, when it comes to a lot of things. And maybe he's done some things he shouldn't have done, but so has society when it comes to Caucasian people as well, too. Having us in slavery and this and that. And they've been forgiven. No one has come back to, say, hey, this and that on them. But when it comes to us, they want to drag us down and talk about us. But we as a race, we need to not be so easy to jump on a bandwagon and bring a brother down. You know what I'm saying? I know that kind of like, could be, a little different. And what I mean by that is, sometimes we get jealous of each other, you know what I'm saying? I knew it, he went.
Well, let me ask
but
you.
Then it comes.
Let me build on that, because when you say other people get jealous of other people, is that mostly because like your dreams are happening and maybe their dreams are not?
Yeah, and sometimes too we cause that ourselves as well, because we showing out, we doing this, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe our attitude towards people, maybe you rub somebody the wrong way, and that probably might not be your usual acts or whatever, but sometimes we get a little bullheaded, a little snobbish, especially when you get in a position where we reign and we doing things, and people looking at us like we're gods or whatever. They're looking at us like, oh, this is a savior. They're looking at us like, man, you know what I'm saying? He got money. Let me get up under him and, you know what I'm saying, try to get what I can. And once we know that we have that power, sometimes, you know what I'm saying, we can get a little, a little out of place, out of ourselves, you know what I'm saying? So, but, and I have been guilty of that, but not in the aspect of where Diddy is, on that level, no. But, in my own, my own domain or however, you know what I'm saying? Once you get a little bit of money, you know what I'm saying, you start to act a little different and things like that.
Well,
but I thank God that
don't you think once you get a little bit of money, like I think what happens is so it's funny. So that could go back to the people too, because I mean, if you've been trying to express your brand, your vision, so forth and so on to people, right? And people don't see your dream, right? And then let's say, as an example, like now you doing your thing, which I totally see, And then all of a sudden, the same people that didn't want to see your vision then now wants to see your vision now. And you like, well, yo, you wasn't there through the trials and tribulations.
Right.
Why does it take me to have money for you to get involved? You think sometimes that could be the case?
You know what? I'm glad you said that, Equan, because you're right, and I kind of went past that part of it, but you're absolutely right, because that's what it be sometimes too. You know, you don't fault, struggle, and you know what I'm saying. You didn't ask nobody for nothing, or when you needed help, they wasn't there. And then once you get to a point, they see you now they want to kiss tail and this and that, and you're right. And sometimes that kind of bother you, like, man, I don't do all this. Oh, now y'all want to come. And you know what I'm saying? That could be, yeah. I feel you on that. You're absolutely right.
And not saying that's the best attitude to have, right? I mean, because I know you're still supposed to be humble all the way through. You know what I mean? Like,
humble, yeah.
Yeah. So I know where you're going that. But yeah, definitely continue, bro. Because you're on the right path.
Yeah. So, you know, and then it's a fight with yourself, too, because you got like, okay, I want to be humble, but you don't want to be taken advantage of and, you know what I'm saying, and used. And that's most of the time what happens, it kind of draws that person to have that attitude or be like that, but then here they come. Here people come. Oh, he all that now. He think all that. No, I fought. I struggled. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get any help from you guys. But now that I'm doing a little better now, you know, here comes everybody running. And I don't know whether to be Jesus or, you know what I'm saying, or what. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm supposed to be humble and I'm supposed to be the man of God, but, you know what I'm saying, when I was in the streets, I got the respect. I know what I'm saying? They did, you know what I'm saying? But now that I want to be a man of God and be humble and be loving, now you want to take advantage of me. Now you want to use me. And sometimes, you know, I'm still human. I'm still of this flesh. So I might act out. You know, so, you know, it's a fight. It's a fight, brother. And, you know, that's why a lot of times, you know, say prayer is good. Don't get me wrong. Gotta watch what you pray for, because when, you know what I'm saying, you asking God for these things, and it's hard. You ask God to be humble. You ask God for certain things, you know what I'm saying? When it start to happen, you got to know how to be able to adjust and to be able to, you know, still be able to move. You know what I'm saying? Knowing how to move.
Yep.
Yeah.
And when you say move, right? For the youth, because actually a lot of people don't realize. Sometimes I get a lot of criticism on these podcasts, but they don't realize, like, these talks ain't really for the adults. Because some of these things you're supposed to already know. These talks I actually do are for the kids that listen, you know? Yeah, so I try to educate them, because we didn't have that coming up. Like, we had to do this on a trial and error basis.
Right.
If that makes sense. And then learn what was right or wrong. Because, I mean, it's not a mystery that most of our male figures, and I'm going to also say mom figures, because a lot of people tend to talk about deadbeat dads a lot, and there have been deadbeat moms as well. You find out from friends. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, they act like they don't exist, but they really do.
Right.
You know? But on that note, let me ask you this question. So, you go through all that, and here you are in 2025 now. Where have you seen, like, let me ask you this question, because, you know, now we have a new president. Where do you see your moves now in 2025? Because, like you just said, you got to keep moving. And I mean, how could you break it down as far as productivity, creativity, so forth and so on? How do you recommend to the people to just keep moving? Because a lot of people can't grasp that concept.
Wow. Well, first, I mean, for me now, because of, you know, I think throughout the years I built relationships with people, you know what I'm saying? And I think that by me doing so and people knowing, okay, he good at doing this right here, he good. And I just built my skills and my, you know what I'm saying, my work ethic, you know what I'm saying? So, and now, you know, it's really just being able to build a team, because you can work with everybody, but not everybody's going to work in the fashion where you need them to work at and have an understanding, because when things need to get done, you need to be able to tell your team, look, I need you to work. And they need to know how you work already. So, and not take it.
You just blew up the spot. So you talking about, nah, that's facts. Because I used to try to build with that with a lot of people for years. There comes a time, what you're saying is, sometimes you could be so much a creator where you might get burnt out, but you need to be able to pass the baton, and you need somebody there ready to accept that baton to keep the mission going, right?
To know that position, because if they understand you, that, okay, not that they belittle themselves that, you know, oh, he the leader of this, that. No, it's not that. Okay, he's good at this part. Where can I go to fill the gap so everything works smoothly? Okay, I like doing this, so I'm going to do this, you know what I'm saying, and hold my spot down, and I'm going to let him, we're going to work together until we find someone else to build on this, find somebody else to do this. So now we're building a network.
Yep.
And that's what is, if anybody understand that these corporations and things like that, that's how they build too. They build relationships with these different networks. You know what I'm saying? Maybe somebody in chat. See how you in New York?
Yep.
So I could talk to you and give you the game, and you up there, you know what I'm saying, building your network of people, whether it's doing graphics, whether it's doing podcasts, whether it's doing acting. And then what I could do, I could tap into your network, and I need an actor. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I need to do a podcast. And this is all up in our group of people that we have, you know what I'm saying? I take 3 from where you at. I take 3 from California. And it don't have to be everything, you know, this is my home base of Tampa. And they may not understand it, you know what I'm saying? But I have people in different states that I'm able to tap into to get things done.
Facts.
So, you know, and that's what the social media and the internet and wireless has been able to do for independent entrepreneurs like ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. You just hit another nerve right there. So wait a minute. Are you telling me this internet and media is not just to spy on us? Think about what I just asked you, because that's powerful with what you said. So it's also a power of perception, right? So we got these things that we could use. You just said opposite to a lot of, these things are only used to spy on us. Nah, brother, these things are used so you could create, so you can adapt, so you could connect with people that are far away with you. You understand where I'm going with that? Because that's
let me say this. Well, let me say this. I remember when Facebook first came out, I understand it. You know, it was used for certain things. Now, that was before the kids got on it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if we really look at it, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say this right here. You know, I feel like God gave us a position to be able to use this for good or bad. Because what we can do now is we can pray for people from where we are, you know what I'm saying, for people on the internet. Now, what the internet has done now is a lot of negativity, is a lot of, you know what I'm saying, other stuff going. But now it's starting to get diverse because you're able to get information, good information, you know what I'm saying. You're able to pray. We turn that negative instead of being on there, having the kids on there twerking and cussing and stuff like that. You got to think about the airways.
Facts.
So we shooting airways, we shooting negative stuff through the airways, which is the atmosphere, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what's going to be filled up around us. But we start changing the narrative of it, remember that word, changing the narrative. If we change the narrative of it and shoot positive things that can educate us, and use this thing for what it needs to be used for, because they say we are a spirit. So you can't see a spirit, and you can't see these negative things that's going through these portals and stuff like that. So it's deeper than just, it's the internet, it's the spine on the, true enough. It's a little deeper.
Yeah.
So, you know, we just got to understand and, you know, be honest with you. Only thing we need to do is do what needs to be done on there. If the kids get on here and learn to be able to make money off of this, you know what I'm saying? But see, you're able to make money, but it's negative things that they're drawn to now, you know, that's their whole game and push now. Yeah, you can get on there, you know what I'm saying? But we want you to do this right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's kind of understanding, you know what I'm saying? And then here come the gaming and stuff like that. Yeah, you're able to make money off the gaming. But we would caught this thing early, you know what I'm saying? And push our narrative down, you know what I'm saying, down their throat, then it wouldn't be such a hard fight, especially with the kids. Now they talking about suing companies, gaming companies and all this other stuff now.
Yep.
You know, so they see the effect of it now. These kids are acting crazy. You take the game from the kids, they acting retarded.
Yep.
They lashing out. They want to fight their mom and do this, that. It's crazy, bro. So that's kind of what we're going through right now, man. You know, so yeah.
So how do you, to help them out, how do you use social media and all this networking to reach people globally?
Well, you know, you got music, you know what I'm saying, where you can reach people through the music. I do my best because, you know, we are real hip hop, you know what I'm saying, hip hop versus rap. So, you know, using the positive narrative to reach them through the music and to be able to just push our products through that, you know what I'm saying? Like your brand, QE.
Yeah.
Everything is something positive to push, and then having you know what I'm saying, the meaning or the mission, you know what I'm saying, behind why is this or why is it. So, question for they know, what is QE about? What's the mission statement?
Got you.
That's a question.
Okay. So you asking me what QE mission statement is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So QE mission statement is to keep hip hop alive. Okay, and to teach the youth to have a better life.
There we go.
That's totally my mission statement, because
there we go.
For the simple fact is, keep hip hop alive, which I still do hip hop, and to teach the youth to have a better life. Like, I'm not rapping about shooting, killing, all that stuff. I'm basically rapping about things that I've been through and things that I've saw and the fact that I'm still here. You understand? And you could be here too. We don't have to be running in and out of jail. You could have positive things like, I understand gangster rap, but unfortunately, I was around the gangsters who taught me, it's more gangster to stay out of jail than in jail.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, I actually had someone tell me back in the days, if you could sell drugs, you could sell anything. I'm like, what do you mean? You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean? Bro, you manufacturing, you are distributing, you doing sales, and guess what? What? It's just a product. So if you could sell drugs, you can sell your music, you can sell cars, you can sell boats, you can sell houses, you can do other things that don't have police on your back or you worrying about going to jail and make your money and be able to sleep at night.
Right.
Facts.
Be able to sleep at night.
Facts.
Yes, sir.
Because I'm gonna tell you, you gotta worry about other things like you gotta worry about other things like taxes and all these other things that you gotta learn in business. But guess what, bro? If you made $1 billion, or actually I won't even put the number so high. If you made $1 million off of your legit business, oh my God, it's the blessings are phenomenal.
Right.
Thanks. The blessings are phenomenal.
Yes. Yep.
You see?
Yep. Yes, sir.
So
that's how it works, man.
And what's your mission statement?
Oh man, wow. My mission statement. Well, my mission statement is to help the entrepreneur, which is men coming out of prison, to help them change their mindset, and to also give them an opportunity to, own their own business. So that's one of my main mission statements, because I am an ex-felon myself. So, and because of that reason, that's one of the things that I would like to see happen for my black brother, my men that's being incarcerated. Because once you get out, it's a hard task, And I think that if we had the opportunity to know about business, a lot of this wouldn't have happened. If we were taught this at a young age, growing up, rather than go to school and work. And nothing's wrong with that. I'm not saying that that's the road for everybody, but I believe that if we had a choice of things to do, because we're so good at selling drugs and knowing how to be on the block, and the certain things that relate to business, distribution, resale, all these other things, that businesses do. We already have those quality of things knowing how to do. So I believe that a chemist, but yeah, I think that in the world we wouldn't be in the predicament that we're in, and we was already going that route until drugs were introduced to our neighborhoods and stuff like that. Anyway, I had the Black Wall Street and all these different things like that too. So
yeah,
so we was already going the route of that. It's just we was detoured because they got a little greedy, and we got, I guess we felt like this is one of the things that we could do, make money in our communities and stuff like that. But yeah, to help the entrepreneur, man, to build them up, and stay out of trouble.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Well, yo, listen, we're about to end this podcast. Let me ask you this, Source the Boss. You want to give your information and stuff like that? So in case people want to contact you?
Yeah, man. Y'all can reach me at street.hustlers.empire on IG. And also, you hit me on my email, which is discoverartistsofamerica@gmail.com.
Oh, fire. And what about your Instagrams?
That was one of my Instagrams was the Street Hustlers Empire.
Oh, fire. And Hustlers,
Yes,
that's
sir.
with an S or with a Z?
You know what? It's with a Z.
Okay, got you.
Hustlers with a Z. Yes, sir.
Hustlers with a Z. Cause we
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yo, I appreciate you, Source the Boss, once again in the mix. QE Radio with DJ Willy Krys. Superstar manufacturer, movie maker, rhymer, poetic guy, all of the above. Source the Boss. Yo, peace.
Appreciate it. Peace.